about getting headaches over the Christmas period, then watch this. So I'm going to be talking about what we can do to prevent hot headaches over the Christmas period. And the time to really do that is now, so that we're thinking about prevention rather than being stuck in the middle of it and thinking more about cure. So I'm going to give you my top tips to implement now so that you can avoid headaches over Christmas. If you'd like this as a cheat sheet, then just let me know in the comments and I can just send you something over that you can print out or take a screenshot of so that you can have it handy over the next couple of weeks. So my name is Ellie Lindsay and I'm a massage therapist who treats headaches, jaw pain, teeth grinding and everything else that comes along with that. And it's both in my studio and also online as well. So I'm going to be letting you know the top tips that you can implement now to prevent headaches over the holidays. And what's really key here is thinking about prevention. So intervening now and making plans so that you just don't get wiped out by one of those headaches that actually just takes you out for a day or takes you out for a couple of days. Or maybe you can function through the day, but it's just, it's taking the edge off your enjoyment. And if you've got family, if you've got plans over Christmas, it's really, you've probably put quite a lot of work into that. And it's really kind of rubbish when you get a headache that just knocks you out and then you can't actually enjoy your time that you have with your family and enjoy that time out, hopefully, if you have a bit of time off over Christmas as well. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about sounds a bit boring, but it's really important and I want to get it done and out of the way, and that is hydration. So if you suffer with headaches, you've probably heard people talking about hydration quite a lot, but we can't just kind of dismiss that, and it's really, really important to stay hydrated. So if you can't manage to drink water, if you can't because it's cold, then you can switch to some herbal teas like chamomile and peppermint and those kind of things so that you're still getting hydration levels. And what's important is just keep that up over Christmas, because the theme for this video, really, you're going to hear me say a lot, is that a lot of the things that we normally do just go out of the window and then we wonder why we're not feeling great. So just because it's Christmas Eve doesn't mean, you don't have to drink water. So keep up with hydration as much as you can. One thing that I like to include is also an electrolyte supplement. So this is the one that I like here. The brand is called Science in Sport. And I like that one because it doesn't have like an added glucose element to it. If you want the link to that, then just let me know in the comments. I'll send that over to you. But obviously, if you have a medical condition, then it's good to just check that out, that those sort of things are suitable for you. But I just find that not only am I hydrating myself with water, but also if I can include like one of the electrolyte supplements just once a day, then that just tends to really make me feel as if I'm taking care of my hydration just a little bit more, because hydration is all about the water and salts balance within our body. So the second thing, which is also quite boring, but we need to cover these things at the beginning, is to think about alcohol. So obviously, headaches is a major sign of a hangover. And nobody wants to sort of tell people not to drink over Christmas and to kind of, not drink at all, but just have a think about alcohol intake. Alcohol is going to be dehydrating for you. It's going to be more likely to bring on a headache. And if you get a headache anyway, it's more likely to make it worse. So maybe just take a glass of water every time you have an alcoholic drink, or think about drinking a bit less. Or maybe if you're not that bothered about drinking, then cutting it out altogether. Really so that you don't lose the days. I mean, I don't drink anymore, but I used to. And the reason why I don't is because that the next day I would just feel awful, and it would be like I'd lose that time. We've only got a certain amount of time on this earth, so I didn't want to be losing days. due to hangovers. But that's my own personal story. You can do what you like with that. I'm not telling you not to drink, but just think about moderation, pacing yourself, drinking and eating as well if you are consuming alcohol over Christmas. So that's those two things out of the way, which is good. The next thing I'm going to talk about is stress. So stress over Christmas can be high. Perhaps you're spending time with extended family, which could be stressful, or perhaps you're rushing around trying to do everything and get everything ready, and maybe you're still working, and the stress can build over Christmas. So it's really great to actually take some time out for yourself, even if that means, say, a half an hour lie down in the middle of the day, or just sitting down with a hot water bottle on your back or something like that for half an hour, just to really come out of that fight or flight response. So a lot of the time we're stuck in fight or flight, and in order to avoid being in pain with headaches and other types of pain, but we're particularly talking about headaches here, we need to be able to come out of fight or flight, that rushing around, that stressed feeling, and into rest and digest feeling. So we need to be able to easily transition between those two, which really helps to avoid headaches. So the more that you can actually just take half an hour to have a lay down or do something that you find relaxing, preferably on your own, maybe go for a walk on your own or take a bath or something like that, then you're giving your brain the opportunity to come out of that stress response. And that can be really important for headaches. That can be really, really important for headache prevention, which is what we're really looking at here. And so as we approach this time, maybe schedule some time out for yourself. Look at your days, look at what you'll be doing each day, and think now ahead of time, what can I be doing each day to actually take some time out and to get out from that stress response. So the next thing we're going to talk about is sleep. Now, this might sound a bit boring as well, but again, all of these things are really important. So I guess the question is really, although you may feel like you want to get out of routine over Christmas and maybe like sleep in and stay up a bit later, that kind of thing, if you're prone to headaches, then often keeping yourself in that same routine that you've been in can be really helpful for avoiding headaches. So make sure that you're getting a good amount of sleep. If that means going to bed a couple of hours earlier, take that opportunity. But don't be tempted to sort of stay up late every night and kind of like neglect your sleep over this time. So just pay attention to how much you're sleeping. And then the other thing that I'm going to leave you with is about muscular tension. So when we're stressed or when we're busy or when we're sort of rushing around, then we can hold so much tension in our neck and our shoulders. And headaches, I find so many headaches are caused by tension in these muscles in the neck and the shoulders here. So the more that you can think about relaxing those areas, the more we can think about headache prevention, really, by not building up the tension and the knots in these areas. So just have a think about bringing your shoulders down so that they're not up around your ears, doing a bit of neck mobility, so just moving your neck side to side and up and down like this, and then your ear to your shoulder like this. Just intervening there throughout the day would be great. Applying heat is really good at reminding the body to relax. So if you can get a hot water bottle or something like that and put it around your neck and your shoulders every evening or even in the day if you can, then that would be great. So that's really my top tips for avoiding headaches over the holiday period. And a lot of that is really about thinking beforehand, what you want this holiday period to be for yourself, and putting in preventative measures so that we hopefully won't be wiped out by those headaches that can come on and last all day or a day or two. So just to recap what we covered there. So just as a reminder, we covered hydration and avoiding alcohol as much as you can, developing good sleep patterns, avoiding stress, and also just really thinking about your neck and your shoulders and how much you can relax those. So if you'd like just a guide that you can take a screenshot of this, just to remind you, then just let me know in the comments and I will send that over to you.